JoJo Siwa shares costumes she grabbed while evacuating Los Angeles fires. The wildfires that swept across Southern California in January 2025, including the devastating Kenneth Fire, brought tragedy, destruction, and a deep sense of vulnerability to the region. Among the thousands of residents affected by the fires, celebrities were no exception. With the immediate threat of evacuation looming, many public figures shared personal stories of the items they considered irreplaceable, those treasured possessions that held sentimental value far beyond their material worth. For stars like JoJo Siwa, Melissa Rivers, and Keller, the choice of what to save when forced to evacuate encapsulated the deep emotional toll these wildfires had on their lives. The fires, which prompted evacuation orders for areas such as Pacific Palisades and Hidden Hills, forced families and individuals to leave their homes at a moment's notice, often with little more than the clothes on their backs. In this rush, it was not about the number of belongings they could carry, but rather about safeguarding those few irreplaceable items that represented a lifetime of memories, work, and personal connections. JoJo Siwa, Melissa Rivers, and Kella each had to make difficult decisions on which items to bring with them, revealing not only their personal priorities, but also a broader sentiment about what truly matters when life is at risk. For JoJo Siwa, the idea of losing some of her most significant possessions was more than just a logistical concern. It was a deeply emotional matter. Siwa, a 21-year-old pop star and dancer known for her appearance on the reality TV show Dance Moms, was forced to consider what items would be essential to her in the event of an evacuation. In an emotional Instagram story shared by her girlfriend Kath Ebbs, JoJo revealed that the items she felt compelled to save weren't just clothing or material goods, they were pieces of her identity, her career, and her life's work. The primary items JoJo Siwa chose to take with her were costumes from her 2020 for music video Karma and 2016's Boomerang. These costumes, she explained, held immense sentimental value as symbols of her personal and professional growth. It's not work, she clarified in her Instagram story, explaining that the items weren't valuable because of their use in her career, but because of the memories they represented. To JoJo, these costumes were symbols of milestones in her life and career, representing pivotal moments that defined her journey as an artist. For JoJo, the idea of losing these costumes was devastating. She shared that they were irreplaceable and expressed how much they meant to her emotionally. "This is my entire life," she said with a heavy sense of loss in her voice. The costumes weren't just clothing, they were representations of her success, her hard work, and the years she had spent building her brand. These items were symbolic markers of a journey that had brought her from a young dancer on television to a global pop star with a dedicated fan following. To JoJo, they represented everything she had worked for and the emotions tied to each pivotal moment in her life. JoJo's choice to prioritize these costumes over other material goods highlights a universal truth about human nature. When faced with disaster, it is the emotional attachment to items that often dictates their importance. While the material value of a costume may be relatively low in comparison to a luxury item or a rare artifact, the memories, experiences, and emotions tied to them are invaluable. For JoJo, the emotional weight of these costumes made them irreplaceable, underscoring the idea that in times of crisis, people often prioritize what matters most to them personally over material possessions. For Melissa Rivers, the threat of losing everything to the fires brought forward a different, yet equally powerful, sense of what truly matters in life. As the daughter of legendary comedian Joan Rivers and her late husband Edgar Rosenberg, Melissa's connection to certain possessions was rooted in family history and the loss of loved ones. Unlike JoJo Siwa, whose focus was on the irreplaceable items that represented her career, Melissa's priorities were deeply tied to the memories of her parents and the precious legacy they left behind. While JoJo Siwa and Melissa Rivers focused on preserving cherished mementos from their careers and families, Kella, the wife of Top Gun, Maverick star Miles Teller shared a more reflective and somber message amid the chaos of Evacuation. On January 9, 2025, Kella took to Instagram to express her regret over not having grabbed one specific item, her wedding dress. Reflecting on the chaos of the evacuation and the overwhelming sense of urgency, Kella wrote, "Wish I grabbed my wedding dress. Wish I did a lot different, but it doesn't matter. Stay safe. Get out." Her regret wasn't just about the dress itself. It symbolized the broader emotional weight of the disaster, how, in moments of fear and uncertainty, we often realize what truly matters to us only after it's too late. In the face of the Los Angeles wildfires, JoJo Siwa, Melissa Rivers, and Keller each experienced a moment of reckoning, deciding what to prioritize when forced to evacuate. For JoJo, the irreplaceable costumes from her music videos symbolized her career's journey. For Melissa Rivers, items that connected her to her late parents were the key to preserving her family's legacy. And for Keller, the sentimental value of her wedding dress represented her life's most cherished memories, even if she didn't manage to save it in time. The choices these celebrities made underscore a larger truth. In times of crisis, it's not the material value of items that matters most. It's the memories and the emotional connections that bind us to our past, our families, and our identities. Whether it's a costume, an Emmy, or a wedding dress, these items serve as anchors in moments of chaos, helping us feel connected to what truly matters in the face of overwhelming loss. In the wake of the fires, the outpouring of support from the community and the reflections shared by celebrities like JoJo, Melissa, and Keller remind us that, even in the darkest of times, the emotional ties we have to the people and experiences that shape our lives will always shine through. Through collective effort, gratitude, and love, communities can rebuild and recover from disaster, emerging stronger and more united than before. That's it for our celebrity news for today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more hot topics like this. See you on the next one.